All right. Hey, y'all, and welcome to the Soul Alignment channel. This is my daughter, and we're just going to have a heart to heart mother daughter conversation. The conversation already started, and I just was like so amazed at this young lady and how she articulates herself and how she's just tapped into her emotions and how she express herself. She's very expressive. And um, sometimes it's a battle for me because she's very just expressive. Like she have no problem with speaking her mind. Okay. And as a mother, when a daughter is very expressive and just speaks their mind and don't hold their tongue, like she is everything I wish I was when it comes to communicating and advocating for myself that I wish I was when I was younger. So, of course, me and her bump heads all the time at first because I just had to kind of, first of all, realize that a part of me was envious and jealous of that. Like, and who do you think you are? Like, talking to me like that. And who do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? Standing up for yourself in such a way. Talking to adults the way that I wish I had the guts to speak up for myself when people were not um, acting accordingly or trying to project or dominate me in such a way that I know didn't feel good to me. She speaks up for herself in that way. And as a mom, I used to struggle with that. Um, Receiving it, but then also with the projections that was put on me as a kid or things that I heard growing up, like, oh, um, a child should stay in a child's place or a child should be seen and not heard. Like when I really think about that stuff now and how it made me shrink as a kid and not speak up for myself, um, it just, when I think about those things and what that means and what it made me feel like and how it made me shrink and the damage that it done to me and not being able to express myself, even though people were adults, like they wasn't always right. And so I know a lot of people struggle with that, and I even struggle with it. And we battled for a long time before I got to this space spiritually and just knowing, like that inner knowing and understanding. So I'll let you share, like, just what that was like for you in the beginning and what it's like now.
Um, so I was very like expressive as a kid, but like I think it was the way I was expressing myself, which was the problem because like I was always just like you're gonna hear me and I don't care how you feel. And like with the being put in a child's place and stuff, I felt like that was putting me in a box that I didn't belong in because it's like I feel like adults say that to try to like assert dominance in a way, and I I feel like a lot of adults are
Hi.
like
Hey, Tal. Oh, sorry. Go
it's okay.
ahead.
A lot of adults are like very shallow and like they don't really realize what they're doing to their kids when they tell them stuff like be stuck in a child's place and stuff like that because that makes some kids like scared to advocate for themselves. So like when I used to be told that, like I would just be like, no, like you're gonna hear what I have to say. And now I feel like I'm better with how I advocate for myself and how I express my emotions, especially with people who are older, to try to get them to understand, like, hey, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like that made me feel some type of way. So yeah, I would say that's how like it's different now than it was before.
Okay. And then, so I do want to share that we both were in therapy. She's back in therapy now, but um, I just love that for her. So even though I used to struggle with it and I had to recognize what the struggle was for me as a parent, that the struggle was my inner child was irritated by it. My inner child was jealous and envious because it was like, damn, man, I wish I would have spoke up for myself. But then when it came to the mother daughter aspect of it, um, I still had to recognize that I still had some programming from how I was raised and the things that were projected onto me. So when I would tell her, like stay in a child's place, or, I would say those same things that were said to me, and I would have to go back in myself and say, okay, how did that make you feel? So it made me come within myself, realign, and then build to make our relationship better. So I used to tell her, like, hey, I don't have a problem with you expressing yourself or saying what you're saying. And I have created a pretty safe space for my kids to be able to express themselves. My problem was, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. You know what I'm saying? And I tell her that. So even in school, like with the teachers, and when I tell y'all, this little girl has zero fear. Well, let me back up because she's a teenager now. This young lady has zero fear of who she speaks up to. Like, how for some kids, it's like they'll talk to their parents or they'll talk to their relatives because they know these people. Like, she do not care. Teacher, whoever the adult is, like, she is speaking up for herself. And the teachers, when I tell y'all, they can't stand it. They can't stand it. And I just have to tell her, like, hey, I love that you're speaking up for yourself. But and I don't be wanting to tell her, like, I guess I wouldn't say like tone it, just I guess your approach, the way you're saying it, right? Because you can say what you need to say, but if you got the attitude and the neck rolling and whatever, I ain't trying to hear what you got to say. Or just the way she check people, and it's in a way that makes them uncomfortable because first of all, they're not used to kids speaking up for themselves. They're not used to being challenged as an adult, right? And I just tell her, like, I love that you have this. I just want you to channel your approach differently. Like, don't have so much energy in it because then people get, you know what I'm saying? It's like disrespect. So if you saying it in a calm, gentle way and you're speaking your truth and you're talking to these teachers like this, they still gonna perceive it how they want to perceive it, but you know how you approach the situation. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in a disrespectful way because she has some sass, okay? The attitude can be at 100 sometimes, and I still get it. You know what I'm saying? But we have gotten better at talking and communicating. At least, well, I know, right? Because how we was before, it was a lot of bumping heads and I was trying to, like she said, insert my dominance of a mother, but I had to really back up and say, you know what? Let me go back to what I needed as a kid. Let me parent from that approach. And so I had to go within myself. And at first, when she was younger, I really felt like I was battling in myself, and I didn't have the heart to say this to her because I was like, I didn't, but we have talked about this. I didn't have the heart to tell her, like, man, I don't like you sometimes. Like, I don't like you. And I had to call my friend, my soul sister friend, to be like, girl, look, I have to say this to somebody. Like, I don't like this little girl. Like, I can fight her. And even that energy, I was like, okay, when I was in therapy, I told my therapist, I said, I know this is not my 41-year-old self, 40-year-old self, or 30, however old I was back then. I was like, I know that's not that version of me saying I want to fight my daughter. I was like, that's my inner child. Like, look, you ungrateful little girl. I didn't have this as a kid. I wasn't able to express myself freely. I wasn't able to just be me. I didn't have somebody saying, hey, it's okay to be you. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? To have that freedom to just be who you are and express yourself. No, I'm not always right. Adults are not always right in what they're saying or their approach. And we should be able to speak up as kids. But I didn't have that, and you have that, and I feel like you're not acting accordingly. So now me and you gonna fight. Like, don't give me the attitude and the sass because I'm giving you the freedom. So, you know, you go ahead because I was chatting it up.
I think a big part of like what triggers me to have an attitude and like have that more aggressive approach is like the respect thing. Like if you think that I owe
Oh, I
you,
would love that. You can definitely join the heart to heart conversation. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I've been trying to interact and just be present too. Okay.
if you think that I owe you respect because you're older than me, but you're not showing me respect, I'm not gonna show you respect. And like the elder thing, like respect your elders, and they could do whatever they want to you is kind of like
It's messed up.
yeah, it's scamming.
It ain't okay.
And it's
I
like
agree.
if it's not mutual, if you're not giving me the respect that you want, then we're just not gonna respect each other. Like I've had that issue with my peers, like my teachers even because like they like get all sassy with me and try to like check me or like try to make me feel some type of way. But it's your job as a teacher to teach me. And you're trying to make me feel like I'm dumb or something. And that's not cool. So then that's when I like get sassy and I get like start popping my neck and stuff. But again, like I got that under control.
Do you?
I for the
You're
most
working
part.
up.
For the most part,
You're
because
doing good.
Remember, I used to get suspended for that.
That's true. That's true. She have gotten better. She have improved. I would say the pop in the neck was at 100%, and now she's down to
A 70.
70. I'll give her 70. She has really been doing the work. And I'm impressed as a mom. First of all, like I struggled for a long time with being a mom because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I didn't get all the things that I needed. So how can I be showing up the right way for my kids? And so I always had that battle and feeling like I'm not doing something right. And when I have conversations with my daughter,
Oh, I'm 16.
she's 16. When I have conversations with my daughter and I'm hearing her speak, and I'm just like, I'm raising this child. Like, oh my goodness. Like,
Y'all look like sisters.
she is just, like, I'm so proud of her. Like, I keep telling her, I keep looking at all of our differences and how we're so different. But when I look at the similarities and I look at just how emotionally mature she is and how we're able to sit down and have the conversations and grow, like she's teaching me and I'm teaching her, like we're teachers and students to each other. And at first it was a big struggle for me and a big struggle for her, but we have gotten so much better at communication. And I just keep telling people, like, communication is the key to any relationship. And so I've been wanting to do this mother-daughter duo, and just having heart-to-heart conversations. And what really inspired us today, and we're going to talk about this because this dynamic of just her understanding like relationships and how people move and the projections that people putting on. Like sometimes I hear her talking and I'm like, she sounds just like me. So we was talking about her brother, and we're gonna share in a way where we can, because for me, I like to honor all parties involved, but I also, and people have to recognize that when you're a part of the experience, like it is your experience, so you can share it. And some people are not ready to share, right? Some people are not ready to talk about their stuff, but I'm a part of that experience. So I have the right to express and talk about and share how that experience affected me. So I have to give the details, right? But we was talking while we were eating, and her brother is in a relationship, and this girl was talking and I was looking at her like, oh my goodness, the maturity that she has. And I'll keep saying she's an old soul. I keep saying she's an old soul, and I keep telling people, like, y'all have to understand, some souls are not, they don't have the experience or the wisdom as some souls. If I'm making it, some souls are older souls. If you've seen the movie Bad Boys, the last one, when Martin was talking about hey, I just want you to know your soul is a baby soul. He was telling that to Will. That's how it is in real life for some people. You can see by the way people showing up. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Some people are showing up, they're adults and they're showing up as kids. You know what I'm saying? Some people are stuck in time. Yes, they're growing and they're evolving, but they're stuck in time where a trauma may have happened and they're stuck as a 12-year-old or 18-year-old and they maybe 50. You know what I'm saying? Like you only know by the way they're showing up and sometimes you look you like they're acting like a damn 12-year-old kid, They really are. So for her and her brother, like her brother's older than her. He's 27. She's 16. Let's talk about this because she impressed me. I was like, oh girl, I just love her growth. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her and her growth and just how she just advocates for herself. It doesn't matter who it is. But let's talk about this because I think a lot of people struggle with this when it comes to somebody being family or maybe they even your close friends. Because I always stood on what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. I don't care who you is. But some people have this code of, oh, that's my family, that's my brother. We ride together, we die together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'ma go in the water for him. And I'm like, that's crazy. Cause I'm not. If you wrong, you're wrong. Period. And if you're right, you're right.
Right.
Stand on business. Stand on what you're doing. Take accountability and stand on it.
Thank you.
So, um, let's talk about the situation with him and just how you recognize what's going on and how you are talking to them, like telling them, "Hey, this is what it is."
So, my brother has had a past of, um, we're gonna say pimping, right? Just talking to multiple girls at once and everything. And I like me. That's not me. That's not what I do. When I talk to one person, I talk to one person, and I feel like that's wrong. So I've told him plenty of times, like, this is gonna catch up to you one day. Like, you're wrong. Like, you're dead wrong. So he meets a girl, and she's like everything that he wants in a girl or whatever, and he decides that he wants to commit, or so-called he claimed. So this time, um, I was over there because I was gonna hang out with my friends, and him and the girl were sitting in bed. He called this random girl called her at like 12:51 in the morning. So she calls, I think twice, and then she Jordan tells him to answer because like it could have been me, and he's like not wanting to answer the phone. Like he's basically acting like the phone is evil. If he answers the phone, like everything is gonna blow up. He's like, no, I don't need to answer the phone. Like what? I don't need to answer the phone. Answer the phone. So he answers the phone, and the girl's going off because she got blocked on Instagram or something. So whatever, she's like, how could you block me? Da da da. Like it's this whole thing. Whatever. At like 1 in the morning though. 1 in the morning. Okay. So next day, the girl obviously felt some type of way. So she's like, she's mad, and she's acting on the fact that she's mad. So he comes to me, and he's like telling me the situation, and he's telling me, oh, like me and the girl, like she got my number because we had reconnected because we knew each other. I was like, okay. I was like, knew each other how? He's like, we just knew each other. Knew each other how?
Oh goodness.
He's like, oh, we just like friend of a friend. I'm like, okay, if she was a friend of a friend, why is she crashing out on you about an Instagram block at 1 o'clock in the morning? There's a time and a place. It was not the time nor the place. I was like, you rebuking the phone, like it had some evil spirit in it. It might have been a reason why she was suspicious too. So all day he's stressing out, like figuring out how can he get his girl back or whatever. And he had told me to call the girl and like ask her. So I did, and I was like, "Why did you call my brother at 12:51 in the morning?" She's like, popping her neck at me. Like I felt the energy through the phone, and personally, I wasn't messing with it because girl, I just asked you a simple question. You're a grown.
And I'm gonna pause her here because I even told her, I said, she was like, oh, they trying to bring me into their drama, into their relationship. I'm like, but why are you letting them bring you into their drama?
And
First
I
of
didn't
all,
realize it until I realized it. I thought like it was just like he just wants to figure out. Like I was trying to help him, but like it gets to a point. Like it gets to a certain area where I'm not in it no more, and that's when you start asking me to lie for you because that's wrong, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not your yes man. I'm not your sidekick. I'm not gonna tell you you're right if you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Take accountability for the action when you made the action in the first place.
and then I was just telling her, like, why are you allowing them to bring you into their drama? Because, first of all, we can clearly see that they're not in a space where they are emotionally mature to um, understand that it is what it is, right? You keep trying to convince yourself that it's something that is not. So on both sides, right? Because if you know the truth, you know what it is for you. You know it don't make no sense. Why you keep trying to go around the mountain to make it make sense when the truth is right in front of you? And so I was just telling her because one thing that they know all of them that I do with them is no, you're gonna take your power back and you're gonna take accountability. So they're not bringing you into their mess. You allowing them to bring you into their mess, and you're entertaining it, and that's cool. But everybody got a lesson, and the lesson for her was she recognized what, that your brother was doing what.
He was trying to manipulate her, and he was lying to me too because what doesn't make sense is that she sent me whatever. I start like I'm like okay, like I don't feel like I was right because now you're disrespecting me. Whole time you're mad at my brother, be mad at my brother. I didn't do nothing to you. So I texted her. I was like, you're so busy wanting to call men at 12:51 in the morning. You don't worry about that child you got.
We're not
So
even talking
she
about, but
no, I'm getting to that
oh,
point.
okay.
So she sends me the receipts.
She want to tell y'all the whole story. I
No,
was just wanting her to give
no.
y'all the, the pinpoints of the wisdom that I know. You want them to understand.
So she sends me receipts of missed calls, um, missed calls that he was giving her, and I was like, he's like, oh, I didn't call her. He's showing me his call log. I'm like, you could have simply deleted the call.
Of course, you want all the things out.
Of course you could have just deleted the call. Of course it's not going to be in your phone if you have a girlfriend and she's basically living with you, coming over every weekend, and you're sitting here like acting like you didn't just delete the call. And he's like, I ain't delete nothing on my call log. How do I know that? How do I know that? So I was thinking for a second. I was like, okay. I was like, so you claim that you and the girl were just reconnecting because y'all knew each other from a friend of a friend, and then that was it. But you're calling her, and you're claiming you're not calling her, but then how is she getting the missed calls? That doesn't make any sense. So I was just like, that's weird. I was like, I'm not a fool. Like, why are you lying to me? Because he knows that I'm close with his girlfriend. So then we're on our way there or whatever, and he starts like telling me, he's like, sister brother bonding, like you should lie to her for me, basically to be real, because that's basically what he was telling me. He's telling me like, basically, since you're my little sister, like lie for me. And I'm like, you're putting me and her relationship in jeopardy, and you didn't even attempt to make a real relationship between us before she got here. So I was like, now you want to bond and have a brother sister bond when it's convenient for you? And I was like, yeah. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not gonna lie to her. Whatever you told me, if she asked me what you said, that's what she's gonna hear. Because now you're worried about sister brother bonding. Now we're gonna have a sister bonding, and we're gonna have a talk because I'm not gonna sit here and again be your sidekick and be like, yes, that's not what happened. Like preach for you if you were wrong. So she asked me. She's like, we're talking. I tell her what he told me, and she says that he told her the same thing. So I'm like, okay, like, and then
Okay, so let's wheel it into because they got a idea of the drama, but let's wheel it to the text. Like they brought you into it. You said your truth to both of them. Like I'm neutral. I'm just telling y'all what I see, the facts, right? So when she sent the text saying, "What love is what this is not,"
she was like, my idea of love and your idea of love, like it doesn't seem like it's a thing, and I pray that you heal and basically figure out what you need to figure out.
so she sent that text.
It was like a breakup text. Like it was like one of those things where she got her point across pretty clear, so there doesn't need to have they don't need to have any more conversation. I get into this man's vehicle. He asked me, he's like, why did Jordan say that you said that the situation didn't make any sense? The situation doesn't make any sense. I told you it didn't make any sense. Why are you pressing me like I didn't tell you that? I was like, I did say that because the situation doesn't make any sense. I thought like we were clear on that. Like she's telling you it didn't make any sense. I'm telling you it didn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure if mom knew, she would tell you it's not making sense either. Like you're not making it make sense, so it doesn't make sense. He's like, all right.
Okay. So share the wisdom of when we were in here talking because I loved how you touch base on when someone is saying they love somebody because you're 16 and they have adults who can't articulate this or even understand it and you're 16 and I'm just proud of you and just impressed that at 16 you understand this and was able to express it to me in such a beautiful way when your brother was talking about how he loves her. Because so many people are in relationships where they're saying they love somebody and they keep doing the same thing to hurt that person that they're saying they love and they don't want to lose. Talk about that. Because, I mean, for me, like, as a mom, I was like blown away. And that really just motivated me to want to get on here because I'm like, people talk about age or like, oh, she's just 16 or he's 35 and it's like some 35-year-olds 50-year-olds can't comprehend or even articulate this. So I want you to tell them about when your brother was saying, hey, I love her, like um she's my happiness, I want to be with her. Like what did you tell him when he said that to you?
I told him, I said, that's not okay because if you're not happy with yourself and you're not your own world and you're not happy with yourself, you can't expect to be happy with someone else. Or if someone's bringing you happiness, you're not going to know what to do with it. I said, if she's your world, if you're claiming she's your world and you're claiming that she means so much to you and she makes you so happy, why do you treat her the way that you do? I was like, if you're saying sorry and you're not changing, that's manipulation. You're manipulating her and you're manipulating me to help you manipulate her. I was like, that's not okay. And it's never going to be okay. And I'm not going to be a part of it. By all means, I would respect it more if you told her the truth and you showed her that you loved her, but you're just using words. Words have no meaning if there's no action behind them.
She might be 16 but her soul is 16.
But I was just like, you have to be your own world and you have to be your own happiness. And I was like, I can't sit here and keep like sugarcoating what I have to say because at the end of the day, that's the truth. You have to be happy with yourself, and you have to be your own world and appreciate yourself to appreciate what other people bring to the table for you. And then I guess he ain't like that. I didn't like gave him that puppy sad BS of, oh, like, oh, just focus on her and try to get her back and throw yourself at her mercy. I was just like, you should just leave her alone if you're not going to treat her right, because what's the point in chasing someone if you're not going to treat them right? You keep bringing her back to CBS.
And then what about the part when he said um, she was his happiness? What did you tell him about that? As far as when she leave, or when you depend on people to be your happiness and then they walk away, what happens?
You feel like you have nothing. Like there's all every single thing that associated them with your joy, your happiness, anything like that. When they leave, you're going to feel like you had nothing to begin with.
Oh my goodness. Talk about proud mom moments.
It's like if you have a flower and you're not watering the flower, but you appreciate someone else for watering your flower, and then when they stop watering the flower, you don't water the flower dies, and then you're wondering why the flower's dead.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Come on.
And then he's telling me I don't get it. No, I get it because I did that with someone before. And I realized I was like, I'm relying on you for my happiness. I'm not doing that again. So like you're telling me I don't get it. Trust me, I get it more than anyone. But you gotta get up. Like I'm not babying you. You're a grown man. Get up and figure out how to love yourself and appreciate yourself because that's the love you deserve.
Oh,
and if
man.
you can't see that, I can't get you to see that.
Ooh, child. Oh, I'm telling y'all, every time I've gotten better with, I think in the last 3 years, I've been able to really just sit and say, you know what? I'm a good mom. I'm not perfect. I don't get it all right all the time. But when I hear my kids speak and how they articulate themselves and how they can be present with their emotions and how they can see the dynamics of relationships and how people are moving in their life, I'm pretty impressed and I'm pretty proud of myself as a mom. And I'm like, I didn't feel like I had everything that I needed to be a good mom. I feel like I didn't get the tools to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I have to stop sometimes and be like, girl, like how did you do that? Like how do you parent the way that you parent? And I really had to go within myself and just I really parent from my inner child. Like what did I need? What did I want? I wanted my voice to be heard. I wanted people to see me, hear me, to understand me, to allow me to be who I am, to not try to manipulate and control me. And I still have my moments where, of course, you do the mom thing. Like, I know this is heading down the wrong path, and you don't want your child to experience things that you have experienced. So we trying to grab hold to them and like, look, I know where this is going, and I'm telling you, it's not going to end up good. And I have those moments where I'm like trying to be controlling, but then I have to step back and say, you know what? You gotta let go because this soul come here to experience what it came here to experience. And you keep trying to battle with it. You gotta step back and give yourself peace. Like you cannot control them. You can't. Because the control we see, controlling parents, what do their kids do? They sneak out. They grow up and because they didn't have any freedom, they grow up and they just go buck wild and do all the things, right? But the parents thinking they're in control, like I'd rather have trust, I'd rather have communication, I'd rather have understanding than to try to control them and then they're sneaking out and I don't know the things, right? So I'm talking to them and I give them that freedom. Like, okay, you don't have to lie to me, right? I've set the foundation where y'all don't have to lie to me. So when I was in school, I couldn't stand school. So I used to cut, I think in middle school, I cut maybe the whole school year. I don't know how many times I probably was actually in the school, but I cut school a lot. And I was sneaking cutting school because I couldn't talk to my mom. I couldn't. It was like, you going to school. You're gonna go to school because I said so, or you have to go to school or whatever. But I tell them like, hey, I know what being in school feels like. So if you have a day where you just don't want to go just because you don't want to go, or I used to do the whole lying thing. Like, I'm gonna lie and say I don't feel good so I can stay home. And then I tell my mom like, hey, I don't feel good, my head hurt, and then as soon as she leave and she go to work, I'm up partying, watching TV because I just lied. I just wanted to stay home. But I have given them the space to, be able to tell me like, hey, I don't feel like going to school today just because I don't feel like going. Like they have, and I gave them so many passes for that to be able to use that, right? You have your mental health is important. So if mentally you just cannot do it, let me know. But I want y'all to know we have boundaries with this. It's not just a everyday, I don't feel like going or every day, oh, mentally I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? No. But I want to honor that for you. Because I know you don't always want to go. I know school is not always fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's not for everybody. So if that's not for you, let me know so we can figure out what's gonna work for you. If we're doing online and we're gonna do homeschooling, like let's just find that mutual ground where we can work together where you can have peace and be able to function properly. So, you know, that for me is huge. It's the communication piece, right? We don't always get it right. We still argue. We still bump heads. But the arguments now are less. Um, we do come back and talk about it. Sometimes it's we try not to, let it go too far, like, too many days. I would like to make a practice of talking about it the same day, but sometimes I'm just not there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the mental space or capacity to have the conversation. Sometimes I just don't want to because I'm being stubborn. But um, we've been doing really good. Like I'm really proud of where we are and just so grateful. Like in her being in therapy, like I can see the tools that she's getting in therapy, how she's working them. So she just started going back to therapy, but she took a break because she had how many therapists
Like
before this new one? Was it three?
it was two.
So she had two, but she'll get comfortable with one, and then she got comfortable with the first one, and then the second one, um, she had to get a new one because that one left. And after the second one, she was like, "Man, I just really don't want to start over. I don't want to have to go tell a whole nother therapist, all the things all over again so they can get to know me." So I was like, okay, well, you can take a break. And she took that break. But then when you started struggling and, going through your lessons, um, what did you decide to do?
To go back to therapy because I noticed that I started acting out of character, like emotionally, like my reactions were so much bigger. I was like very angry and I just didn't really know how to regulate my emotions anymore. So like I just decided like it's time to go back to therapy.
So she took that step all on her own. And yeah, I'm just proud of her. But that conversation, um, just, I was just like, man, like, yeah. And that's just for so many people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take accountability. Stop bringing people into your mess and then getting mad when people don't want to you know, form to your deception or your lies. Like, no.
And then use your relationship to try to manipulate them to do what you want.
Yeah, that part.
Because you didn't
So,
want to be a brother before, but now you want to be my brother when you want me to lie for you.
so, and even with that, like I told them, like they have their things that they're working on as siblings. Um, but the foundation that I try to build for all of them is like just making sure that you're holding the same standard, the standards that you're holding for yourself, that you hold them for other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're somebody who's doing the work. If people are not doing the work, hey, that's fine. I'm not, judging you or being hard on you. But if you come into me and you're asking me, you're coming because so, and another thing I want to touch on this because I don't think people really understand this. Like you wonder why, like, have you ever had somebody who just keep coming to you and they keep asking you for advice and they know you. They know that you are the one person who's gonna tell them the truth. And they keep coming to you for advice. And you're like, look, are you expecting me to tell you something different? Or are you coming, your soul is coming to me because you need to make this change and you're not understanding what's happening. And every time you come to me and you ask me and I'm telling you the truth, you're not trying to hear it. Because you can just go to the person that's going to lie to you and BS you. You know what I'm saying? And ride your boat, your little fairy tale of what you want it to be looking like. But you want to call somebody who's going to give you the hard truth and then get mad when they don't want to conform or they're not telling you what you want to hear. But you already know this person. Like, make it make sense. But they can't make it make sense because they don't understand that their soul is calling out to them and saying, hey, you need to make this change. And you keep going to this person that's going to enlighten that for you, that you need to make this change, but then only you can make the change. Only you can go within yourself and make the change. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. I'm like, don't call me if you don't want to know the truth. And even for you, right? She do it, right?
Yeah.
You do that. She do that. She comes to me all the time, and then I have to tell her, like, look, we're not gonna keep having the same conversations. We're not gonna keep having the same conversations, and you keep doing the same thing. So, what part of you wants to keep experiencing this? And she'll be like, um, so it's my fault. It's my fault, right?
Until it started happening with me.
See, and now she's getting a taste of, you know, a taste of what we experienced together. She's now experiencing it with her brother, and it's so
And
funny.
it's crazy because like I literally like I be knowing what I have to do. It's just like I don't want to do it. Like
Oh, thank you. We
like
love you too. don't, don't even, don't even, because I know you about to. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. Nope. don't, don't, don't even.
mom,
What?
I can really show them what's crazy. Like I'm saying like
So no, so wait, hold on, cause see, we use everything as a lesson over here, and you know that saying that the divine is gonna use your enemies as your footstool. The divine is gonna use your enemies as your footstool. So when you are having a heart-to-heart conversation, when you are just sharing from a space of love, and people come in your comments talking crazy, like to say like, "Oh, y'all are crazy."
Cause many soul session. Mind you, I'm 16.
Nope. Okay, so when somebody come in your comment and say, y'all just crazy, you have to take a step back and say, what's going on with that soul? What's going on with inside of them? And I'm trying to teach her. See, this is a learning lesson for her to know and understand that You don't even entertain that because that says nothing about us and everything about that person.
Okay, mind you, you're in the live, by the way. You can leave. You
So
can leave. Like you can leave. You're making a choice to be in this live. You see how dumb you look?
hello, no, stop.
I'm sorry, I can't.
What
Like
are you talking
you sound
about?
slow. You're making a choice to be in the live.
Commentary. Okay. Nope. So
You're watching the live, and you can watch Netflix or something. You're in here, by the way. Like you're making the choice. You see how dumb you look? Like the free will is a thing.
So this is what I tell people, and I keep telling her. She keeps saying, "Ma, no," because I'm just sick of these people. And I be like, "Girl, look, we ain't got to entertain those people. They want entertainment. They lonely. They hurting inside. They have work to do internally. We're doing the work."
Okay, but that person clearly lacks common sense.
And
Because if I'm on someone's live and I'm bored, I'm gonna leave. Why am I announcing that I'm bored? Do you see how dumb that is?
and I keep telling her, like, daughter, you don't have to defend me. You don't even have to defend yourself against these people because you over here, you're 16. That's probably some adult too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just bring it back in. Just bring it back in.
In the 30 seconds that you took to type, probably 10 minutes, because I can tell you're a little dense. The 10 minutes that you took to type that comment, you could have left the live. Like, you realize that, right? Like, here.
Y'all just getting a taste of, like, I be trying.
Okay, B-Brain. Have fun in here.
But, some people, they, I guess, hey, I'm not going to because I know what it is. She know what it is too, but sometimes she be like, "No, Ma, you don't have time, but I have time." I'm like, "Girl, that's too much energy."
I have a lot of energy.
I'm just trying to get. She do. She gonna get that though. Hey, y'all just heard the conversation that she had. Y'all heard it.
See, she know. Tell the rest of them. Tell the rest of them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to do this. I wanted to go back because I don't know who that was. Let me go back to the top real quick.
Y'all make the perfect cup. You see how?
Mom. I'm gonna try to beat the next heart. So hearts.
What if she hit you with? What if I hit you with a spinning back fist?
Girl, I'm not about to play with these people.
We said of knowledge. You saved yourself, cause man.
Wait, hold on. I was looking for something.
Mom, who is that?
Where?
Nino. Y'all look like sisters. Us men need sisters. No, you men need therapy.
Hold on. And then you have to remember too, pimping is insane. And somebody said, "Oh, she don't know what a pimp is."
I don't know how.
That's fine. But what you meant was Flair. Yeah.
Like Flair, like every ball was his.
Is that your mom? You guys look like twins. Let's see. I was looking because I really want to start doing heart to heart with people and having conversations with other people.
Do you two have the joy of the Lord?
Oh my goodness. So we know where our joy come from.
I don't know how you do this. Like I genuinely, they're raising my blood pressure.
The question is, it don't matter if we have the joy of the Lord. Do you have the joy of the Lord? That's what matters.
Y'all from down south.
I'm from New Orleans. She was born here in Colorado. But, they like to think they from New Orleans because I'm from there,
Okay, so you got me mistaken with it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what you think? You think we should end it, or you want to sit here a little bit longer?
Yes.
Girl, let's get out the comments. Huh?
They in the comments. I feel like we could be in the
yeah, but we don't want to we want to engage, but we don't want to, let's just focus on, and I I'm saying this,
I mean, what
but
are you thinking?
I like to say, focus on the positive, because they say where the focus goes, energy flows. So a lot of people like to say, stay positive, just, pay attention to the positives. And that's true. But sometimes you have to gut check. Not even gut check. I ain't gonna say you have to soul check people because don't even.
Black people in Colorado. I thought. Okay, okay. I'm gonna tell you something, right? And this is gonna blow your mind. There's black people everywhere. Okay.
The only ninjas in Colorado.
Ninja. How old are you?
Girl, nah, we're not.
Me. The only thing that matters. Okay, at least you know that. Period.
Oh my goodness. You know what?
But see, they're not getting the time and the energy. They're just giving the energy. They're just giving
People,
back the energy that they gave out to my mother.
people,
Personally, I don't care if they do it
people
to me.
are so funny. And what's so funny about it is they don't understand that they're only showing who they are and how their heart is, what their heart is filled with. When they come in people comment section, who they don't know, who's not, not being nasty, who's not talking about anything negative, who's just simply sharing, having a heart to heart. And when they come in your comment section, and even the people with the whole Jesus, like wanting to come in your comment section and, oh, do you have the joy of the Lord? Or, oh, is Jesus like, I would say that they take the energy to do that type of stuff because they're trying to convince themselves. Like they have to have validation for what they believe and what they are feeling. And the projections that people continue to project onto others in the comment section, by the way, that you're taking the time, you're watching people live, and then you're commenting foolery. It says nothing about the people who are talking on the live, and it says everything about you as an individual. So I would say to you, go within yourself and do your healing. Figure out who you are as a person. You see, because I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are. I can look at your profile picture and see, oh, this is an adult. But then we have people who hide behind fake profiles who, then want to go in people comment section and leave nasty comments, right? And YouTube is cracking down on people being able to be nasty in people comment section. So now they're finding polite ways to be nasty because they can't do all the, you know what I'm saying, cussing and talking crazy to people that way. So then they finding polite ways to be nasty. But when you have the spirit of discernment, you can see clean through that. And I may not know you, but guess what? Energy doesn't lie. And when you write in these comment sections, if somebody is tapped in and tuned in and connected spiritually, we can see through that energy of you typing and what you're typing. We can see who you are on the inside, what you're battling with on the inside. So you don't have an idea, you don't have a clue to what's happening. You think you're doing something. You think you're hurting the person on the other side of the camera with your nasty comments. But you're really just showing who you are as a person. It reflects you. And I just want everybody to get that. Like I'm proud of the souls that I'm seeing who understand that now and are really seeing what it is, because I know for me, I was guided to do this years ago. And if I would have did it years ago, stuff like that would have broken me because I was already broken. You know what I'm saying? I didn't face who I was. I didn't do my healing. So I already know. So the people who don't understand that and they going back and forth, and that's not my daughter. It's not that she's healing. She's doing her work. She's 16, by the way. And she can articulate and understand her feelings better than some adults. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to get her to just value her energy, how I now know how to do. Because if I'm gonna say something, if I'm gonna respond to you, it's gonna be in a way to make you go within yourself and do the work. You ain't gonna have no choice. Cause guess what? They say sticks and stones may break my bones and people trying to be nasty, but when you come into people with pure love, even in the hard truths, they can't hide from that. You can hide behind this camera, this phone in the comment sections, but you can't hide the truth that you know that's internally inside of you, the things that you struggle with. So when you talk and smack in people's comments, guess what? People who are tapped in, they see right through that. We see what you need to work on. We see what you're struggling with. So I just wanted to say that because the comment thing is real. It's an issue and people doing it all the time. And I tell my daughter, she like, no, I'm about to go in there and I'm gonna tell them. I say, girl, you ain't got to tell them nothing. Cause guess what? They battling with themselves already. They already battling with themselves. To go in somebody's comment sections who is not causing harm, who is not talking about nothing negative, who's not trying to hurt anybody, that says everything about them and nothing about you. So when you step into that power and you know that, it is what it is. And you just got to think about the mask that people are wearing every day in this social media platform, the energy that people take to go create fake accounts. First of all, they're not even confident enough to show who they really are. So they're wearing a mask in real life, they're wearing a mask on social media. So what does that say about them? Nah, it is what it is. So
My frustration with it is you seen the live. You were looking at your phone. You were like, I don't like this live. Like it's the thought behind it. You said I don't like this live. You're like, instead of me leaving and going on with my night or day, wherever you are, you must be in Dumbtown, cause I don't know. You looked at your phone and you typed, "Y'all are crazy," and said, "Yes, that's gonna get them," and left. When you could have just that in the.
but then that's why I say like don't give it energy because a lot of times what they do is they come in, they leave their nasty comment and then they leave. They don't even stick around to see what you're gonna say anyway. So it's like wasted energy. So it's like just let them waste their energy and we'll just keep being here doing what we're doing.
It's just like I don't get. I don't think people understand like how slow they really look when they do that. Cause it's like you could have just left and you just announced to everybody that you didn't like the live just to leave anyway. When you could have just left.
I know nothing makes sense.
And that's how I know.
It don't make sense.
That's how I
You
know. Like,
understand it, you don't understand it. It's like it don't even matter. It be like that sometimes.
Well, it needs to stop.
People, you know, people gonna be people.
Stop giving them energy. Then it's not that easy. Thank you. Especially when they're coming at my mom. Okay, what is up with you and Steve?
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You see that, niece? You see him? You see him, though? So, you know what? I want to finish talking about this.
Oh, she did.
I want to finish talking about this because I was watching a live with this young lady. And I really love her. I really love her. I can't think of her name right now, but such a beautiful soul. You know, she's not perfect, but I love her energy. And every time she go live, the hate that this girl gets is so crazy. She just sharing her and her family, but the hate that she gets in the comment section. Somebody asked this young lady the other day, why you keep showing up why you keep showing up to people who hate you. Now keep in mind this is one person speaking. And I loved her response. She said, you know what? I'm gonna keep showing up because YouTube doesn't rate my videos off of, oh, how many people hate me. I get paid for the hate and the love. So I'm going to keep showing up. And I said, girl, I love how you check these people. But sometimes I'd be like, girl, why you even checking them? Like, don't even give them your energy. Keep showing up and being beautiful and being you and showing your family. People coming in the comment section, oh, why is she letting her baby cry? Like, why is it your business? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that. But then it just goes back to show you like how people just have so much work to do within themselves. Because when you consent within yourself and you know who you are, you are not out here trying to attack people for no reason. You're not. You don't have no time and energy for that. You trying to just get through this life. This life is stressful. This life, there's a lot going on. And the people who are in the comment section talking crap to people are just avoiding their own life. They're avoiding their own issues. They're avoiding their own traumas.
How
So don't give it no energy.
left it at my I'm on my ex's phone. Can you give me your number?
They might be talking to each other too. So that's why they might be talking to each other. Sometimes they're talking to each other in the comments.
I'm overly confused. We all need haters in life. I mean, if no one's hating, you're not doing it right, apparently.
I mean, that's what they say, but it just comes with the territory. You gonna have people who like you and people who don't like you. And I just was saying earlier on my live, like, acceptance is the key to flowing with life. And I have accepted the fact that everybody is not gonna like me. I have accepted the fact that what I talk about on these lives, everybody not gonna resonate with. It's okay. I have accepted the fact that when I'm gonna go back to people don't like me, and I'm like, hell, sometimes I don't like myself. So I'm cool with if you don't like me, baby. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. But you don't like me because a part of you don't like yourself. And I know that because I know it for myself. It's okay. I don't like me sometimes.
I don't even get mad anymore when people don't like me. Everybody don't gotta like me. I don't like everybody.
Exactly. So that part too is like, it's all good.
Thank you. Yeah, in a comment.
Well, that's I'm learning that too. This is her first time going on live.
More haters.
But I'm learning that too, because sometimes I come in there and I'm talking and I go look at a comment and I'm like, somebody said, oh, I'm sorry about the divorce. And I was like, what? I ain't saying nothing about no divorce. Who said something about a divorce? And I had to go back and another person was saying they had just got divorced. And I was like, oh, I'm not sorry about the divorce because, yeah, I left my husband. And I was like, oh, shoot, I hope that person didn't think I was talking about them. So I'm learning this whole comment section thing and how it works and just, yeah. Some people come to entertain each other in there. Some people are really listening. Some people are not. Like, it's all the things. It's so complex. So sometimes I like to turn my comments off because I'm like, it's too distracting. I just want to get on here and share without all of the interruptions. Yeah, but then I understand too, the people who are meant to hear what I have to say and the people who really want to listen, who are in tune, they're going to pay attention to what I'm saying, not the comments. And I know because I do that. When I go on people's live, when I'm engaged, I'm not paying attention to the comments. So, hi. Welcome to our live. Is that, Canada? But yeah, so I want to set the intention for us to do mother-daughter duo lives and just talk about our relationship, our experiences, in hopes to help, mothers and daughters on their journey because, it's important and it's not always easy. We bump heads, but we're learning how to come back together and just hold space for each other, respect each other, set the boundaries.
So what did you think she was?
I used to tell her, like, I always joke with her because she is an old soul. And I used to tell her, like, look, you may have been my mom in a past life, but I'm your mom this lifetime. And the roles have reversed. So you need to act accordingly. You know, but she's still getting her, like, she thinks she the mom. I'm like, girl, look, I am the mom this time.
I thought that was your sister, not gonna lie.
Oh, thank y'all. No, that's my daughter. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Y'all think we look alike? I don't think we look alike. She always say that. She be like, Mom, I look like you. I'm like, girl, no, you don't. She, no, she don't. You see how round her face is, and look at my face.
Okay, so you could stop talking about my round face because you've been talking about that since I was born.
But
You look
you
like
know.
twins, almost. LOL. Okay, now you push. Hi.
She said, now y'all pushing to talk about the twins. She like, I want to look like my mom, but I know we ain't twins.
And beautiful people. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're beautiful too. I can kind of see your profile picture.
So the ear emoji means you're listening, or
Girl.
y'all don't. But both of y'all are attractive.
She be having a
Thank
field
you.
day with this these comments.
I really am. Look like sisters. See, I see that, but the twins y'all are pushing.
She said y'all pushing it with the twins, but the sisters, I mean, yeah. You know, I tell her and her brothers that, well, my oldest son is 27, and I was like, I don't care what y'all say. Like, I'm 25. He was like, Mom, how you gonna be 25 if I'm 27? I said,
Exactly.
That's how old I am. That's how old I am. Me and him twins though. We look just alike. And I tell people, I'd be like, oh, this is my brother. And he'd be like, Mom. I'd be like, boy, you hating. Why you hating on me? But yeah.
This is restricted.
Yeah, because they were trying to say something slick though.
What is that?
I love this new YouTube restriction thing. Get them up out of here, YouTube. Get them up out of here.
The mama look good though. Okay, be careful. And whoever you are who's got restricted, how about you say what you were gonna say but re-say it so like I could see what you had to say. What's up, though, mama? Where y'all? Okay, I said take it easy.
Slow down, grasshopper. Okay, so new YouTube, I recognize that they have this new restriction now where people cannot come in your comments cussing, saying profanity, or just saying mean, nasty things because they restrict it. And so they they post it and it just get restricted where you can't see it. So now I'm noticing that people come in and they try to say slick things nicely. So they adjusting accordingly to YouTube's restrictions, and that's fine. Because I said, I can check you lovely. I can soul check you and have you going within yourself doing some soul work, okay? Just remember that. Okay?
I'ma just assume that he's talking about you because he's
Bro, trying to raise you up. Tell in the comment section having a field day. I love my people. I love my people. But thank you for the compliments. Thank you. You know.
I'm loving the vibe.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's the whole goal. You know, I'm like, they have enough stuff going on in the world. I'm just creating a space where we can come together, learn and grow, you know, have heart-to-heart conversations where we can learn, grow, and evolve within ourselves.
Does that say what I think it says? Who's Ratchet? Share with the class.
Show me how to do soul work. Well, I'm probably gonna have to. I'm gonna have to create a class. Girl,
You
look.
and your mom. Okay, so
Nope. Hey, what we just said. What they're saying right now is they're what? Because remember, they're projecting.
Can they project somewhere else? Because
No, they're fine. Let them do what they do. They projecting right now. So I'm sorry that you're ratchet.
Ma.
I'm sorry that that's how you feel about you and your mom. I apologize
Ma.
for that for you. You know, just go in and do your soul work. It's okay. I understand that you're hurting and you want attention. You need a little love. I'm sending you lots of love and positive vibes. A lot of people may feel like you don't deserve it. You may even feel like you don't deserve it. But I'm sending you love and positive vibes. Energy is everything, sweetie.
I have you know that I'm still not satisfied, and I had some
Energy is everything. So I send you love. This is a place where you can come and get the love that you're lacking.
And if you want something else, come to my page. I got something for you.
Yes, yes, son.
Tomorrow.
Okay, I'm sorry to
I know
both.
I'm gonna
Thank
eat.
you. Come correct, because
Huh?
I don't know who you're talking to.
Tomorrow.
All the smoke. I like
What?
this channel.
What?
Waffle fries with chicken
Subscribe
wings.
if you're not subscribed.
Yeah, so you know, this channel is all about learning and growing. And what I was saying earlier, I don't know how we got distracted, but I was saying, you know the saying where they say the divine is gonna use your enemy as your footstool. So when people come in with those nasty comments, I use them as stepping stools to be better. I use it to go within myself and alchemize, right? How can I be better? How can I show up better? How can I be a better version of me? You know? But your superpower is knowing who you is. Your superpower is understanding you, knowing who you are, doing your work. So when people come in projecting, you can say, "Oh, that don't even phase me. So this person is really hurting." And I can come back with hatred. I can come back with nasty comments. But I'd rather come back with love. And see what people don't understand?
As you should.
It's easy to be nasty. That's easy. Anybody can do that. But you know the power that it takes to alchemize that hatred that you could say, that nasty thing that you could say, and alchemize it into love. To, what did you call it? Gentle sistering? I don't know what we call it for strangers. Oh,
Gentle
strangering?
strangering.
Gentle strangering, right? So giving them gentle love, correction to go within themselves, like putting it back on them because they're trying to put it on you. You put it back on them, right? That's what we're doing over here. And sometimes my daughter, you know, I let her have her little fun, but then I have to bring her back and say, "Daughter, I need you to value your energy like currency. Okay? It's like currency. You need to value it. So pick your battles." But I realized like I've spent a lot of time being quiet to keep the peace. So sometimes I see something and I'm like, people be like, "It don't deserve a response, don't respond." But then I'd be like, I'm gonna respond, but I'm gonna respond in the
They said
loving.
something directly to me, so can like I say what I need
I'm
to
gonna say a loving, I'm gonna say a lovely and gentle. Let me tell you something about this person right here. The fact, no, let me tell you something.
The
This-
grown folks talk. Mom, please. This is my area. This is my area. I could literally like, Mom, I don't even gotta be mean. Like I really don't. Because first of all,
Okay, go ahead.
grown folks. Okay, let me tell you this. You're talking about grown folks, right? Tell me why I'm more emotionally mature than half of the adults that I meet. You don't know me and you don't know what I got going on. So mind your business. Talking about I got school in the morning. I'm leaving by. Perfect. Period. As you should. Like, bye.
You know what, y'all? Let me tell y'all something. So when I started doing,
Whole time I'm smart.
when I started doing lives, okay, my spiritual team had already showed me the type of stuff I was gonna be dealing with on this live. And this is what people don't know. This is what people don't understand. You know? I look at what we're talking about and I look at the comments and what people are saying. And I was already shown. You have people who you know personally, who know you, who you don't talk to, who have created fake accounts, to come in your comment section and mess with you.
Bro, I thought you were leaving. Why are you still here?
To mess with you. So I had somebody go in my videos on my page, a couple of them, and leave comments. And I noticed that it was the same account, and it was a fake account. They didn't have no picture. They didn't have nothing. I was looking at what I was talking about, and I looked at the comments that they left, and it didn't equal what I was talking about. So I was like, what is that about? And then I was listening to what they were saying. Oh, I don't understand nothing you're talking about. You're just talking, you're just rambling. You need a therapist. Do you have a therapist? That may be good for you. And then I went live earlier and I noticed, so I checked that person. I say, oh, go ahead and create your fake accounts because I already know what I know. I know this is somebody that I know personally. So then when I went live earlier, they had this person in my comments. Now they have a picture. And I'm listening to what I'm talking about and I'm reading the comments that they're leaving. And the comments does not equal what I'm talking about, but the comments reflect somebody who know me. Because the questions that they were asking were questions as if somebody know you and they're trying to like poke at you, trying to get a response out of you, right? Because I'm talking about my marriage, how I left this marriage and all these things. And the person said, oh, did you run him away? Oh, did you run him away? Oh, did he leave you? When I had just clearly said that I left the marriage. And then they went on to say, oh, are you taking medication? So this is what I'm talking about, how they can't leave the nasty comments. So they're trying to leave nice comments, but being mean. And so I'm reading these comments and I'm on the live and I'm like, at first I'm like saying, okay, first of all, what are you talking about? I never said I took medication. Okay, what are you talking about? I never, you know what I'm saying? But when I got off the live, my spiritual team said, you know that's somebody who know you, right? Look at the questions that they were asking you. And then look at how those questions line up with what that other person who created that fake account with no picture, they line up. The comments align. They're saying and bringing the same energy. But this time they put a picture on the account and created a different fake account, but had a person on there. And the person was a man. Okay, so let me tell y'all how tapped in I am with my spiritual team. Because see, people think you alone. People think that you don't know. This is when you tapped in, and this is why I push soul alignment, understanding who you are and being tapped in to your spiritual team. Okay, you have divine guidance and protection, and when you pray about things, it's gonna be revealed to you. So I don't know exactly who you are, because you're probably in here watching right now. You probably created another fake account to get in here and play with me and my daughter. Just know I know that you know me personally. I know it. So now you're trying to poke us and
she's joking.
And do the things. But let me tell you, I already know. Because the questions that they were asking, my spiritual team said, look, that's somebody you know. But y'all gonna see. And I just use those comments to build more content. So you're actually helping me to be better at what I'm doing. Because I take the comments and I say, okay, how can I learn and grow from this? Oh, I was talking about soulmates. And we're going to do a live about that. But just the questions, how they was asking the questions, it was polite meanness is what it was. But I see you. So when people get in my comment section, just know I'm watching. Y'all think because y'all on the other side of the screen and y'all leaving comments that's not energy. It's still energy. And when people tapped in, they can tap into your energy. Just know that. While y'all out here trying to troll, being trolls. Some of us are tapped in, tuned in, turned on. Okay? Just know that. Hmm? Oh, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. It's just I'm speaking on it for a collective. Okay? It don't bother me. I'm speaking on it for a collective because you know the foolery, like it's just that. It's foolery.
And the reason why I
It's
react the way
foolery.
that I do is because I literally,
Ma, why'd you take these out?
I've literally,
I don't know.
I've been bullied before, and nobody defended me. And I hate like when someone's like picking on my mom, and then like y'all expect me not to say anything or be bothered about it. But like at the end of the day, you're in her comments. Like you joined the live. And that was your choice. You chose to join the live. And it's like once you understand that everything's a choice, like people's choices seem so dumb now because you made the choice to join the live and you think she's nuts, but you're in her live watching what she has to say. You're still listening to what she has to say, but you think she's nuts. That doesn't make any sense.
Clock
Where's
it.
your common sense? Like I don't understand.
16, by the way. 16. And just the wisdom. You know? So that's how we
Bro,
know.
Like what are you talking about?
Also,
She's talking about me.
reincarnation.
Sir, I
This is
was
what
talking
reincarnation
about her.
looks like. You know, because these
You
kids
can leave too if
would
she's so
also-
nuts. Like you can leave. You keep joining the live, by the way.
it sounds petty that that girl got school in the morning. First of all, she do online and is at her own pace. So mind your business
Thank you.
and tend to yours. Thank you. Oh, there they go right there.
And I
Look.
don't know you.
Oh, you know me. You know me. How you know? See?
Please,
You want to convince us that you don't know
Can
us.
you,
But you
like-
back in the comments. Look at you.
just post
Look
yourself
at
like
ya.
talking real quick so I can see how dense you are. Please, because obviously you don't have common sense if you keep joining a live that you hate. I do not know you. Okay, you said
Okay.
it.
Tell, you see
Bro.
him, Tell. You see him? Oh, I summons them. Okay, spiritual team, y'all on it. They want to convince people that you are crazy, that you don't know what you're talking about. But guess what, baby?
Exactly.
You
That's
know
what
who
need
you
to
are.
do. Don't tell me what I need to do. Are you my parent? Shut up.
You have to sit with yourself.
woman is-
Wait, hold on. Pause. Look at, I want y'all to see. I want y'all to tap into this. Hold on. I don't know you. First of all, they know that I was talking about them. And they came in and proved me right. But they trying to justify that they don't know me. But you taking so much energy to say you don't know me. Huh? You going out your way to say you don't know me? You just proved me right, baby. So, of course you're going to say you don't know me because you want me
I
to
can
think
talk
that
to
you
you
don't
however
know
I
me.
want to talk to you. I don't
Girl.
even know you whole time.
We not.
I'm sorry. Like I can't. Like you're trying to put
Remember?
me in a box
Hold up.
again.
No, so you remember what the lady said who came in and she was like, I love y'all energy. You know,
Right,
these
you
two
caught me.
these people are working together. Don't. We know what it is. Ain't nobody blocking them. Because guess what? Like the young lady said, it's going to do what it's going to do. The numbers going to go up. The views going to go up. So let them, they wearing the mask. They have to deal with themselves in private.
And then
it says everything about them that they're here watching. It says everything about them that they're here watching. You're going to try to convince me. Of course you're going to say you don't know me. You want me to think you don't know me. It's genius, by the way. It's genius. But I don't need you to tell me that you don't know me. My spiritual team already told me. You know me. You know me personally.
Right.
So, trolls pay the tolls. I love that. I love that. Yes. Woo,
I
goodness.
actually know your
Don't-
husband too.
Who? You know her husband?
If you knew her well enough, you would know that they're not together anymore.
But see, that's the thing. They know that.
Shiver me timbers, you know her
They know
husband.
that. They know that.
husband. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Like who?
Maybe you are crazy and just think people after you all the time. You need to listen to Jesus, not your spirit buddies. Oh, wow. Jesus, Jesus, do you hear me? Do you hear me, Lord?
We already know that.
Y'all are really hurting inside. Y'all are really hurting
And I
inside.
have a feeling
Jesus
that
is my homie. That's my ace. And you calling on Jesus, you don't even know that that's not his real name. You know what I'm saying? Go do your work. Get off my live.
Keep playing with the Lord. Who's playing with the Lord?
Girl, we know what it is, baby. We know what it
Take
is.
your medicine
Your
like
problem
I'm
now.
about to do. So you need medicine too. You're just playing with yourself. Like talking about take your
Y'all hear me?
medication like I'm about to do it. I already know who you are.
All right, y'all. We know exactly because they're telling on themselves.
Exactly. I already know who you are. And the crazy part is you have my number and hers too. Be direct. Why are you being scary?
That is so funny. But all right, y'all. To all of you, I'm gonna end with this like I did earlier. To all the beautiful souls that joined, we send y'all love. And to the lost souls that joined, we send y'all love too. Okay? Y'all have a good night. We getting off of here. We had fun. This was fun. Baby, the numbers went up, up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. It's gonna do what it do.
You ladies again.
So
I'm sorry. Like
Don't
that's
give
what it's giving. Like
Don't
it's
give
giving
them
I want
nothing
you to
else.
be scared.
Don't give them nothing else.
That's what
Don't
you're
give
gonna
them
do
nothing
it.
else.
No, for real.
All right, y'all. We love y'all.
Ooh,
To all
sweetie.
the beautiful souls that join. We love the lost souls too, cause they don't know that even though they're on here trolling, their souls is still being touched. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a beautiful day.